Okay, so now we want to know how many sales, right? The sales over here that are made from they are purchased by parents because usually who buys bike, right? Yeah. There are people who are enthusiasts, they are bicycle lovers, and there are those who buy bicycle for their kids, children, youth, and also adults. So, but how do you define? And how do you know that which customers are parents, right? So, although we can't disclose their name, but then we are not interested in the particular person too. But we want to know as a whole, for an overview, right? Who are there, right? So based on the customer key, we can look at it 18574 and go to customers, and we can base on customer key to find that name and also, and more interesting is that we might not know how many kids, what is their kid's name, but then we are able to find that, right? How many total child they have, right? Number of child at home, and number of child at home, right? Wow, that's cool. Number of child at home is the key that we are going to use, right? So number of child at home. So we're going to create a calculate formulas. Okay, so that's it. We use this, but before we create that, we need to create a relationship. So create a relationship, and the way to do that is use a sales and based on the customer key, and based on the customers. You got it right. It's the customer key, right? You see that Excel is so smart that he can able to grab hold that the key as well, right? So let's create that link. Okay, so once we done that, let's just take a look at the diagram view, right? We should have a additional line, right? Yeah, that's right. See, customers is now grabbing information from this customer. So it's like kind of VLOOKUP, but then we call it a link. So we VLOOKUP the customer name based on the customer key. So right, so that's remember the VLOOKUP value if you know about VLOOKUP, right? But we don't need to write that VLOOKUP anymore. And furthermore, the data is kind of huge. So using VLOOKUP, we'll just drag the speed. So PowerPivot is the best choice so far you have and that we have. So let's just go back to the okay. This we have established a relationship. Second relationship. Let's close this, and we'll go to look at. Yeah, you gotta create this refresh, and when we have a new data then. Okay, so we don't need this anymore, so we just drag it out. We don't even need this, I guess. Yeah, we don't need this. So we just go ahead to look at the customer. Uh, no, we just want to know the sales. So that wouldn't be quite needed. So we just look at the year first. The years we could drag it here, and we just remove the slicer then. Okay, remove slicers, clear filters. But now we want to know how many customers that really that so interested in that has more than that customers. So how many customers we have right in that active customer in that. So I remember we can just drag the active customers right here. So the active customer on the 2001, right? This is 1,000. But out of these active customers, right? How many of them are parents? Huh? That's a cool thing, right? Let's go to Power Pivot. Let's go to News Measured, and want to know sales that uh, parent purchased by parents. Okay, I would say just purchased by parents. Okay, product purchased by parents, right? So I want to see how many did that. So I just use a calculate, and we can just put a oh that's the but that is the sales amount. Let's just look at the sales amount then, right? And we're gonna talk about per at the customers. So we're gonna do is that the filter will be based on the customers data, and we'll look at the house number of house at home, which is greater than zero, and we calculate that. We see how many of them right for this year 2001, and it's gonna be very relatively small, so we just don't need that decimal point as well. Let's click OK then. Okay, so purchased by parents. Out of these, right, this is the percentage proposed by parents, right? So it's 817. So there's a millions that's not purchased by parents. In other words, right? So let's take a look there. Yeah, what could be that good things? Yeah, total sales. So this is a purchase by parents, and you can also find that those are not purchased by parents. So you just say, right, is this equal to parents? Right? So just create one more new, right? For that, not purchased by parents. So how do you say that this is not purchased by parents then? Not by parents. So well, we just do a reverse then, right? So we could talk about that net sales, and we want to look at that the customers again. It's the customer data, right? And perhaps we just want to look at their house. Number of child at home, right, is equal to zero, and we should be able to get that numbers then. So put that zero, click OK. Let's see. We don't need this double code then. Click OK. Okay, it should be a million plus, right? So highlight this two, it should get you 2217. So you can see that that's the thing, right? So you see the percentage. So we don't want to look at more about this, right? Let's just create a new. No, we're gonna just do a purchase and divide by the net sales. Okay, and create a percentage by parents. So click OK. Um, you get this value, but we forgot to measure it. Then we change it to percentage. Right? You can see that as as you do more and more, right, it gets easier and easier, right? So 36%, 39. So there's an increase on that particular year. So let's do on 4. So an increase, yeah. So in other words, bar in their hands, but the sales are growing. But you can see the parents are buying more and more from this online store. And we can just create one more thing. Say, just create one more, just for purchase purpose, represented by uh, not parents, non-parents. We can just put that non-parents. So we go for purchase, but not by, what do you call that? Not purchased, right? So we could put that equal not purchased by parents divided by the net sales, and numbers percentage 1. Click OK. So well, slightly decreased, right, but not significant, right? Just a few percentage point. Right, this is against the parents' percentage then, but the overall should be 100% then. Okay, great, right? So this is a great finding from using a Power Pivot. I hope you learn something, and if you like to learn more from basic to up to this intermediate Power Pivot, right, please contact us at Malaysia. Thank you.